Sorry I'm late. I was watching a video of somebody using a razor blade to slice off a very thin cross section of a strawberry, putting the strawberry under a microscope, and then the microscope shows that there's like a bunch of little bugs on the strawberry, like eating the flesh. It's fake. All right, all right, all right. I mean, maybe you saying it's a mid-journey thing. You saying it's like it's like the Pope Balenciaga drip? Wash your produce, brother. I don't know if the water would knock off one of those mites. Maybe, I don't know. My in-laws, it might. Ha ha ha. How many tours you do a day, man? 25. Ha ha ha. My in-laws use like a spray bottle that's called like fruit wash or something like that. So they like put the fruit in colander and then they spray it with like this fruit and vegetable washing solution and then they rinse it off. Is that real? Produce washing spray. Yeah, it's called Veggie Wash. Does it work? Does Veggie Wash work? There is little to no difference between tap water, rinsing, or using a fruit and vegetable wash in reducing residues of 9 pesticides. Okay, but does it get the mites off of the strawberries? I don't really care about the pesticides. I don't even want to know how much of that stuff I've bioaccumulated over the years. But does it get the ticks out of it at least? Why do you have mites on your strawberries? Brother, I don't know. This is why we need the blockchain. I'm not there when they plant the seeds. I'm not there when they harvest the strawberries. I'm not there when they box it up. I'm not on the truck when they ship it to the grocery store. I'm not there when they take it off the truck and put it in the produce section. I'm only there when I buy it and when I eat it. As far as I can tell, I'm not introducing the mites to the equation, but what do I know? I saw 2 cyclists in their 50s throwing fists today because one called the other stupid for not going on green. Guess they should get a Peloton. Brother, that's what I'm saying. It's so idyllic in here. What a great segue, by the way. Thank you. 60 minutes of intervals, around 190 watts. Legs are on fire right now. Then an extra 15 minutes just chilling, like 185 watts just to kind of roll the legs out a little bit. Felt great. No traffic, wasn't in danger of getting hit by somebody on an electric scooter, being yelled at by other cyclists, somebody opening up a door into me and, breaking my clavicle. It's just a good time. I got to be training hard because yesterday I went off on chat and then I said, what's your FTP? And somebody in chat said it's 265 watts and also 3.2 watts per kilogram. And I started repeating it in my head like MacGruber repeating a license plate. You rest assured. I mean, you're going to keep progressing as well. But once I get to 3.2 watts per kilogram, 3.200001, your ass is on notice, okay? I took that personally. You can also ban him. Well, he wasn't being toxic. He just saw an opportunity to brag, which is like impressive, honestly. Like he deserves it. They deserve it. They didn't do anything wrong. I'm just using them as a motivator. Been playing Touch Type Tail all day since I saw you play. Gotta say, this one's a dub. It's a great game, honestly. I'm scared of what people could do online in that game. That scares me. I think I'm better off just playing against the AI for now. Yeah, watts per kilograms is a it's a real metric because in cycling, your speed is a function of your weight. On a stationary bike, you have to just like you don't actually have to propel yourself through space. So, if you're 400 pounds, your power that you're outputting wouldn't push you as far IRL as it approximates that it would on the stationary bike, which is why it's a weight normalized measurement. Same with rowing. Hey, how do you become and this is not horny, this is just I didn't name it. This is like England's problem. Um, how do you become a coxsman in rowing? Because that sounds like the fucking sickest job. I'm not suggesting that it's easy, but it certainly seems easier to be the coxsman than to be the anybody that's actually pulling the boat. It's coxsman and coxswain. I looked it up. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's only the coxswain. Whatever. I just feel weird saying swain. It's not a real word. It's just the coach. No, the coach is a different person. The coach is not allowed to, or is not. It's not possible for the coach to communicate with the rowers when they're on the race. So they have like a surrogate coach that sits in the boat, and it goes like, "Hey, row, row, row." Is it just like you got to be like a really tiny guy? You have to be short and light. I did look it up because we were, again, my niece wants to go to like an Ivy League school. So we're trying to find all like the loopholes. It's like, what if she's insanely good at athletics and she's only like really, really, really strong academically, that might be enough to get her in. And we're like, well, what's the easiest athletic to get into for Ivy Leagues? We're like, maybe if she doesn't grow too tall, maybe she could just be on the rowing team and go, you know, pull, pull. But you got to be like, I don't know, you got to be like 4'8" or something, right? She does fence as well. She is fencing. She's crazy about fencing. They're even talking about having her stay with us for a little bit so she can do some fencing classes in Vancouver. Apparently, there's an extremely good fencing club that has a gym in Richmond and a gym in North Vancouver. I didn't know. I don't know anything about fencing, honestly. But they're fencing all the time. They got like the rings, like somebody throws a ring and you try to use your foil to catch the ring on the sword. They go to tournaments and stuff like that. How am I today? I'm good. I've honestly, my wife did me a huge solid. She folded all of my laundry. I had like 3 full hampers of laundry. I was going to take yesterday afternoon off to fold it. She folded it all for me. So instead, I worked like half an afternoon yesterday recording chess videos. Um, and then did all my YouTube stuff from like 3:30 to 4:30 so that after I picked up the baby from daycare, took her to the park for like an hour, ate dinner. We did her bedtime routine, read her some stories, put her to bed. I ate a bowl of cereal before bed, and then I went to bed at like 10:15. Woke up at 6, did my bike rides, feeling good. I do think though we're gonna get the dulls started here. It's been like 10 minutes, but I uh, I think I need to keep like a fun size Kit Kat with me. Yesterday, like I think part of it was like I started the stream yesterday with the worst tier list of all time. No offense to Library of Laterno, but it's just like it broke my brain. Like it was basically like a mild form of torture, going like, would I rather be boiled alive or sautéed? Would I rather drown or die in the electric chair? Like it's just like a little, not just mildly traumatic, just not. Yeah, bad vibes is a great way to describe it. I'm glad we did it just to know that like now we know where the limit is. Then we played a game that requires like a 16 core brain, the real time strategy typing test. Then I played chess. So like no wonder my brain was like fucking fried. But I like could not complete an idea in one single sentence before I was like the start of a sentence had like one idea and then the end of the sentence 27 seconds later was like completely irrelevant to the start of the sentence entirely. Like I was not maintaining a consistent throughput. I think I had some low blood sugar. Anyway, today, I think we're going to do this. We're going to do our dulls first because we didn't do them yesterday. We're going to do big ambitions for a little bit just to, just enjoy ourselves. And then we're going to, I don't know if we're going to play London today, but we might be playing London today at noon. There's like tentative plans. We've gotten a few like RSVPs. I don't know if we have enough, but we got a few at least. Okay, /marker dulls. You ever notice the popularity of dulls these days? We're starting a little early on it today. And I'll tell you, I see right off the bat, Jerry Seinfeld B. Obviously, that's B movie. But I've never seen B movie because I was like 19 when it came out. So all I know is that he is a B. It's not about a spelling bee, I think. But just, okay. Now, I see Christian Bale, Matt Damon, Cars, and Henry Ford. And then I also see Small Soldiers. This is Ford versus Ferrari. Toy Small Soldiers is Kirsten Dunst. That's Small Soldiers. Verifiable right there. Okay. Julia Roberts. Wait a minute. Julia Roberts. There might be a fifth one here. I guess there is a fifth one because the average is 4.1. Julia Roberts is obviously in Pretty Woman, where she plays an escort. But also, Julia Roberts is part of a lawsuit in Aaron Brockovich, which might be relevant. I guess Renee Zellweger must be in B movie. Okay. So we got Pretty Woman, B movie, Ford versus Ferrari, Small Soldiers, bunch of swaps left. But we don't have any yellow lines. I feel like if it was Julia Roberts' lawsuit, we would have two yellow outlines here. Christian Bale, transformation. Yeah, I mean, he transformed his body for The Machinist. Jerry Seinfeld is not going to be our connector. He's like, I don't know why I want to say that in a Foo Fighters voice. Jerry Seinfeld is not our connector. What if Jerry Seinfeld was our connector today? Anyway, because he's notoriously, he doesn't do movies. Have Matt Damon and Kirsten Dunst ever been in a movie together? Possibly. Have Christian Bale and Kirsten Dunst ever been in a movie together? Possibly. Christian Bale and Renee Zellweger ever been in a movie together? I don't know. Possibly. Escort. Matt Damon. Escort. Matt Damon. Cars. Toy cars. What about an Escort is also a car, a Ford Escort. Cars. I can't believe I'm trying this. Okay. I'm letting chat. I'm hovering my hand over chat right now. Can I get a Y or an N right now? If we had two things that were connected, adjacent to each other, would we see yellow outlines? Or not adjacent, but in the right column, because the rows are all sorted. Can I get a YN? I'm leaving 5 seconds just for spoilers to purge out here. Okay. N, you need 3. Okay. Well, in that case, it could be Julia Roberts. Lawsuit. But I don't feel like Christian Bale is in Aaron Brockovich. It's Albert Finney. I don't know if Henry Ford is relevant there. Okay, maybe I think this is a red herring. Wait, Cars, Transformation, Toys. It's Transformers. Cars, Transformation, Toys. Bumblebee! Okay, okay, okay. Of course. That could be literally any of the Transformers. I was so like stun locked by this Aaron Brockovich. I was looking for like Christian Bale, like Terminator Salvation too. It's Transformers 2007. Okay, that was good. That was good. I think we're getting better at that. Let's do some Rotten Tomatoes dull today. I don't know. Some of these move on at Greenwich Mean Time, and some of these move on at like midnight Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Savings Time. Anyway, crack this one open. It's 2004. This is right in my wheelhouse, unless it's an art house movie. It is 4 words. It's an action comedy that's liked by critics and audiences from 2004. 2004, very much like Dodgeball, an underdog story. That's more than 4 words. Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, way more. It doesn't feel like a Wes Anderson movie in here. It's rated R. Rated R. R-rated action. Kung Fu Hustle, but that's not going to be right either because Harold and Kumar? No? Okay. Something along... we're knocking on the door, at least. Action comedy. Shaun of the Dead! It's got it. It's it. There's not... Oh, really? I thought for sure it was Shaun of the Dead. A film that works on every imaginable. As a comedy, as a sharp political commentary, and as a send-up of bombastic action flicks, and even as a musical. Sounds British. A send-up of bombastic action flicks. I mean, it sounds like Hot Fuzz minus the musical, but Hot Fuzz is like 2007. I don't have an answer for you here. I'm going next clue. As puppetry. Oh, Team America World Police. Puppetry. Team America World Police. Of course. Okay. We got it. That's pretty good. We got a current streak of 3. The hardest part is summoning the plausible answers based on the year. There's a lot of Matt Damon today, for sure. We got Tradle. Holy cow. This is an interesting one. 85.5% gold, total exports 2.34 billion. Almost everything else fairly negligible. I mean, I'm just going to start. 2.34 billion, not an insignificant amount, but not a ton of exports, and it being like almost all gold has me thinking that this is like Liberia or something. Maybe that's... Oh, it's in South America then. Okay, it's 5,000 kilometers away in South America. It'd be Suriname. I'm crazy. I'm insane. What ETF is this? I know, it looks like the fund manager is Peter Schiff. Okay, we should do the dulls in the morning, man. Like my brain is cooking. Give me some movie to movie. Movie to movie seems insanely difficult today. I'll just tell you, I don't think I can do it without chat's help. Prey and Spice World. Here's the thing. I bet we can find like a Hollywood actor in Spice World, or at least an English actor, but I don't know how to get to like anyone in Prey, except you know what I think like I know Amber Mid Thunder is the star of Prey. but I don't know what else she's in. Can I get she was in Hell or High Water with Jeff Bridges. Thank you. That's all I could ask for. So she's in Hell or High Water with Jeff Bridges. I couldn't have done it without that. Thank you. I'll take the assist, add 3 strokes or whatever. And then flip me. We're going to start with Spice World because I know that there's going to be British actors and actresses in this, right? Alan Cumming's been in a ton of stuff. Meatloaf and Fight Club. So we're basically trying to get to Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges, of course, The Big Lebowski. Jeff Bridges, of course, Tron and Tron Legacy. Jeff Bridges, he's been in a lot of stuff. He's been in Hell or High Water with Amber Midthunder. Mark McKinney, he's been in the Spider-Man movies. Tobey Maguire. How do you get to Jeff Bridges? Try to get to like Steve Buscemi. Richard E. Grant, he's been in a ton of stuff. Is he in an Indiana Jones or am I losing it? Roger Moore, of course, was James Bond. I'm feeling like we're trying to get to Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges. How does one do that? I'm just thinking for now, this is not going to be a banner performance. You go Meatloaf Fight Club, and then you got a lot to work off of here. This guy, dude, this is like one of those actors, you see him and you're like, that guy, but I've never known his name. I'll forget it as soon as I leave this page, no disrespect. Jeff Bridges, which means you can connect via John Goodman, which means if you can get to the Coen brothers, you're chilling. If you can get to the Coen brothers, you can get to Steve Buscemi. How are we going to get there? Use your brain. Use your brain for a second, okay? Don't recognize. I recognize Bob Stevenson. I don't know why I'm still scrolling, as if it's going to I'm going to be like, oh, Jeff Bridges, right there. Ed Norton, Primal Fear, Richard Gere, Ed Norton, The Score, Marlon Brando, Robert De Niro. I'm sure there's connections here. I just don't know them. Helena Bonham Carter, every Tim Burton movie ever made. Any chance we can get to a John Turturro here, which allows us to get to the Coen brothers. It allows us to get to Mr. Deeds. I mean, Brad Pitt's been in so much stuff. We're trying to get to Jeff Bridges. Brad Pitt, I keep moving like further away. Babylon's got a star-studded cast. I think I made this exact mistake before, and then I was like, yeah, it's not actually. Oh, whoa, but Olivia Wilde, Tron Legacy. Holy cow. We were saved, Jeff Bridges. And then Hell or High Water, and this is where the assist comes in, okay? I appreciate that. Without that, I couldn't have gotten it. Mark McKinney was never in Spider-Man. Who plays the Scorpion? Dr. Connors. Oh, we could have gotten to Burn After Reading. Yeah, it's true. Brad Pitt, Burn After Reading, Frances McDormand, and then Frances McDormand is the back door into the entire Coen brothers filmography. The Scorpion. Well, you know what? Who played Dr. Connors, man? Dylan Baker. It's one of those things. They look very similar. I'm also losing it here because someone just said. Prey, Amber Midthunder, The Ice Road Trucker, Liam Neeson. My ass watched that movie. I should have known. No, listen, Reese Ifans. I know Reese Ifans. He's Danny Deckchair. Okay, that's the new movies. And by new I mean the ones with I think Andrew Garfield. Oh, Kate, thanks for the resub. So like 100, that's almost 10 years, 117 months. That's absurd. No, you didn't? You watched Cold Pursuit? No, I watched Ice Road Truckers as well. It's the one, it has Lawrence Fishburne in it as well. I watched it because Malf told me to watch it. Then when I watched it, I was like, why'd you tell me to watch that? And he's like, because it was bad. He got me pretty good. Okay, Dylan Baker. You, Dylan Baker must be very similar to Mark McKinney. Is Mark McKinney the Kids in the Hall one? I always thought that guy was from Kids in the Hall. Globla. Yes. Okay. Those two guys look similar. Now I'm realizing Dylan Baker must have played the very eccentric billionaire on The Good Wife, who maybe he killed his wife, but they couldn't prove it. Okay, we're on Globla. Me and Mark Rutsu. This is Algeria. We always start Algeria. Wow, it's pretty close. Let's go with, give me Egypt. Further away. Okay, give me Nigeria. Give me Cote d'Ivoire. Give me Mali. Oh, it's adjacent. Give me Liberia. Give me Senegal. Hey, that's not so. Average guesses today, 8. We got it in 7. That feels good. Okay. Worldle. Bro, I feel like it's just Africa. Like maybe this isn't Africa? I don't know. This is one where you like definitely can't look at chat. People know country outlines so well. Tax day coming up, by the way. Let me get sure, you know what? I saw it. Let's give it a try. Angola. Wow, it's really close. Okay, I don't even know where Angola is, but this is to the northeast of Angola. This looks like it borders the Mediterranean on the north. So it's not Tunisia. This could be like a Libya. Ooh, okay, southeast of Libya. Central African Republic. This is where my geography fails me. Northeast of the Central African Republic. Can we see how close it is? Oh, it's so much further away. Okay, what about Lebanon? 1,400 kilometers away? Oh, okay, now it's south of Lebanon. I've gone too far. South of Lebanon. Fuck. 2,000 kilometers is fairly far. Almost feel like this could be like Iraq. Oh, southwest of Iraq. All I can think of is maybe Sudan, but I think I lost. I'm going around in a circle. Like I've lost where I am. Oh! Oh, I can't believe we got it. I was like, it doesn't seem like South Sudan for me because I know that South Sudan is newer. This is maybe not fair, but I assumed that a newer country would have like more uniform borders. Yeah, I don't know if it's true because I don't know what almost any country looks like. The straight line is the border with Egypt. I thought Sudan bordered Ethiopia. It does. It does both. Okay. We still got. Oh, we got guess. I love guess the game because no matter what, it's always fast. Also, like I'm so embarrassed that it tends to be the one I'm best at. I'm telling you, I don't know if we're. I don't know this one right now. This sounds bizarre. Tradle. Nothing has tilted me in the last 2 weeks, like playing these games, and having already done the one that people are like shouting to do. We did it. We did it so fast that it. You blinked and you missed it. Okay, start me off on this. I don't know what it is, but I think I know that I know it, as crazy as that sounds. Like, this looks like something that I know, but I don't know what it is yet. I could not tell you, but I'll say that this looks like it could be something like Little Inferno first. Okay? This looks like Machinarium. Okay. Fuck you. I don't know. I just felt like I had to put some kind of punctuation on that one. Take me to Chrono Photo. Big ups to Guess the Game for putting some indie games in there. Much appreciated. Okay, Chrono Photo. First thing I see here. Man, I really am a morning person. I'm so much better in the morning than I am in the afternoon. I'm going to do all my stuff in the morning from now on. Okay, this looks like it's from, like, the Summer of Love. I'm going to say this is 1969. Okay, it's 1967. We take those. To me, this looks like this could be Franklin Delano Roosevelt's wife. So put me in the 1930s. Give me a 37, 28. Back then, they wore hats for a long time. She could have had that hat for 10 years, for all I know. This is England. It's England. It's England. It's a country. It's part of a kingdom. The United Kingdom. It's England. England is a country within the United Kingdom. This is the most psychotic stroller I've ever seen in my life. Was it built for like a kid to push around a baby? It looks like it has no handling whatsoever. It looks like the man... No wonder old people's backs are always messed up. Like, look at how far he has to extend his arms just to put his hands on the stroller. Like, you couldn't have made it, like, just a couple of inches taller. That's crazy. Anyway, to me, just based on this, this looks like mid-70s to me. Horizontally striped men's shirt, longer hair. Women dressed in 70s style. Walking on the road for some reason. The cars look like they could be from the 70s. Yeah, give me like a 19... I'll take a 73. 1980. Wow. When did they get color photography in England? Okay, I'd probably say that this is like the Vietnam War. Like 1968. 1942. Never mind. It's not the Vietnam War. That is the Second World War. That's a big miss. Is this Canada Place in Vancouver? No, this is the Empire State Building. Now, there's a lot you can glean from this guy right here. Men of this age don't rock this hairstyle and sunglasses combo anymore. This is drill ruined it for everybody. Also, I thought it was that old people tucked their polo shirts into their jeans, but actually, I guess even... Not that he's young, but even younger people back then, they've just been always tucking it into their jeans, and they carried that with them into old age. I mean, to me, this seems like... Give me a year 2000 on this one. Looks about the turn of the century to me. 2005. Holy cow. I don't want to be like judgmental. This might be, this is some of the worst drip I've ever seen. And I don't know anything about clothing or fashion. The 3/4 length shorts, black shoes, black socks, black striped polo tucked in with the belt buckle showing. I'm not bullying him. I'm just, something about it doesn't, like... I think it's the shorts. It's like they can't decide whether they're like adult shorts or children's pants. Right, this guy's watch does look like it's tattooed on. I mean, he looks like he has like $100 million net worth as well. So like, I'm not trying to be like a hater. Raid his hair? I don't have the credentials. Okay, we did not do well on this today. The 2398, pretty bad score. Um, what else do we... Ranktel. I'm honestly kind of sick of Ranktel. Maybe I'm done with Ranktel. It just seems random. Like, it's like, what's the point in trying to puzzle it out when it's just, it's not possible. Like, every single one is... Because the thing is, Ragdoll should be like, what is the performance rating of this game? Not what are the elos of the players. Because like some of the you could be a 1200 and you could play a game at a 400 level, and you could be 1700 and play a game at a 2000 level. Chrono Photo is good though. There's a flag one. Okay, let me take a look. I'm not good with flags though. Your goal is to guess a country or territory's flag with as few tries as possible. Green means the correct color is in this location. Okay, I don't know. I'm clicking a button that says, I understand, let me play the game. But I did not understand, okay? So, flashbang out. Why don't you just start me with Canada? Because it might not be an optimal guess, but at least I know what I'm getting into here. I think that this is the flag of China. Because there's stars that are red in this position right here. I'm insane. Nope, this is completely wrong. No, there's stars that are white in this position. Okay, maybe this is... You know what? Let's go New Zealand. What am I looking at? Okay, it's a Union Jack. This looks like one of perhaps the Caribbean Union Jacks. Give me a Bermuda. It has a very similar coat of arms at the bottom. It's blue in the top and then something. I don't even know what these flags look like, man. Give me Barbados. No, that's not even what it is. What I don't understand. So it's blue here and it's a little yellow here. But like how are there stars over the Union Jack? Is that a real flag? There is no Union... Oh, the Union Jack. It's just blue up. It's blue with stars up there. The Union Jack that's the negative. I'm looking at the negative right now. Okay, I understand. So that blue with stars that are not blue. Because they're white. I have no idea, man. Is it Burundi? I feel like the problem is I can't keep these in my brain. Even if you showed me the flag, I don't think I would know what country it is. I wouldn't even know what to type it in as. So it's blue and green with a green outlined star. I can't... I'm sorry, I give up. I'm sure. The answer is the Solomon Islands. It's not... I can't do that. I'm sorry. That's not possible. This is for insane people. This is one where you need to like know every flag on Earth just to start playing. That's too much. That is way too much. We're not doing porno. I think we might be done for today. There's one, people said try pimental. I'll see what it is. Try to guess the daily word with semantic similarity. No, I hate semantal. It's not a knock on you, but semantal, it's just, I need like an anchor, you know? I need, like, even if I don't know the country, Globla is good because when you get it wrong, it gives you a direction. So you can like anchor your next guess to like some context. Semantal is like, okay, for people that don't know, semantal is like you have to pick a word that's semantically similar to another word. So it gives you nothing to start with, and you're like, okay, the word, maybe the word is hamburger, and then it's like, that's 8% similar to the semantically similar to the word we're looking for, and you're like, okay, what's 92% different from hamburger? I don't know. Tape. You type in tape, and it's like 4%, and you're like, okay, so it's 96% different from tape and 92% different than hamburger. Like you're trying to, it's like in global, you could get a guess that's like, it's to the west. Then you guess a country to the west, and then it's like, okay, this one's to the north. And you're like, okay, I'm slowly like getting there. Semantal is like, you're lost. Like no light can escape from semantal. It's crazy. Anyway, that'll be the dulls for today. /marker dulls. That's why, and it's been suggested, but I don't really like contextual either. Or contextual I haven't played, sorry. I meant redactyl. Because redactyl is just like, hey, type a word. And I'm like, I don't know, house. And it's like, nope, not there. Try again. And I'm like, I don't have any. At least give me like an ice cold. Warm. Like it's, you need to at least, you need to, for me, you need to put like a domain on top of the dull. If there's no domain, if there's like infinite possibilities, then there's only one possibility, which is I'm leaving. There's a hockey player one called Hurdle. Well, this one would just be for me. Hang on. Named after Thomas Hurdle, of course. This one's just for me. Okay, there wasn't even like a tutorial for this one. Let me see. Hurdle is good. You can get a silhouette of a player too. Should I click show silhouette immediately? I mean, we're just going to start. We're going to say it's Elias Pettersson. Oh, okay. I see how this works. He's the player is in the Western Conference. They are not in the Pacific. They're younger than 24. They're not from Sweden. Their number is less than 40, and they don't play center. Okay, let's say, give me, let me think about this. Young players, give me a Cale Makar. He's younger. He plays defense. Oh! He's the same age as Pettersson, though, and the number is lower than 8. Holy cow. So they're on the Colorado Avalanche. They play defense. Give me Bowen Byram. You have won. The mystery player was Bowen Byram. I'm crazy. Hurdle's my kind of game, man. I will say, if it wasn't Bowen Byram, my ass was done. I can probably name like 4 other players on the team. But I don't know if any of them are under 24. Add it to the rotation. I mean, we could do Hurdle, but I have to turn off the sound, and then I just approximate the sound. It sucks? Okay, here we go. I don't know this song. Oh, maybe I do. It goes dunky dunky dunk dunk. Goes dunky dunky dunk dunky dunky dunk dunky. Okay, skip me again. I'm not looking at chat. I've probably heard this on the Peloton. Oh, is this a? But my memories bring back. Donkey donk, donkey 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 donkey donk, donk. I need to hear a voice. Donkey donkey donk, donkey donkey donk, donkey donkey donk, donkey donkey donk, donkey donkey donk. Is a woman's voice going crashing, hit a wall. Wait, are you ready for it? Ready for it? Cause I'm. Is this Dark Horse by Taylor Swift? I mean, by Katy Perry? No, it's Don't Let Me Down by the Chainsmokers. Okay, never mind. My ass is not cooking. All I know is, don't break me down. No, 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 no. Woohoo! I tell you once more before I get out the door, don't break me down. Someone guessed it at the beginning? Yeah, because my impression of it was like pitch perfect. All right, let's play some Big Ambitions. It was horrible. Somebody got it. Can't you play 10 seconds of music? No, it's like the one of the biggest myths. This is like the internet is like the blind leading the blind. At some point, it became common knowledge that you can play 5 seconds of anything copywritten without it being like a copyright violation. It's simply not true. I don't think there's anything in the legal record that says that it's true. Just somebody said it, and then somebody said, "Oh, that sounds right," and then it's proliferated like throughout there. We made it up. Okay, I'm continuing my canonical Twitch save. This is Big Ambitions. I'm thinking I'm back. I watch streamers that play music the whole stream. Yeah, they're breaking the law. Which is fine. And, I mean, that's their decision, not mine. They use splitters, so it's not on VODs. He's still breaking the law, which is, again, it's not that they found like a loophole that makes it legal. It's just that they're like less likely to be discovered, which is also like, everybody chooses their own personal risk tolerance. It's all good. Why are you so scared of everything in life? I'm not scared of everything in life at all. I'm scared of my Twitch channel being taken down by 3 copyright strikes and losing my livelihood. It's easy to take risks when your ass doesn't have skin in the game. Just go to Kick? No, I hate gambling. I think it's like a scourge on planet Earth, quite frankly. Be a compromising of my ethics. You do you. I'm just saying. I was laughing when I went to Dan's chat today. I was like, man, Dan's got like a ton of viewers for reruns. Like usually when streamers do reruns, it's like, I don't know, 1/10 of the audience is there. Like half of Dan's audience was there. So I popped in and I was like, I wonder what's going on there. And I just saw Wolverine walking on the bottom of the screen like this, and then like Rayquaza flying through the air, and then there's just all these like every chatter has a an avatar on the bottom of the screen, and then the chat is just, mods have opened up a casino roulette. For 30 seconds, get your prediction of the numbers in. And people are like, exclamation point, sling 80 channel points on number 33. And it's just, he's running like a 5-hour long casino every day. I was laughing so hard. He's got his own little metaverse going on there. It was so good. And I was like, I don't get it at all. And somebody challenged me to a duel. I was the Pokemon known as Sentret. They were Shuckle. They kicked my ass, and I was like, you know what? I kind of get it. Kind of understand it now. You got to hand it to Dan. Slash marker. Big ambitions. All right, like our ass is back. You immediately swore. It's ripped to the monetization. Oh, anyway. We gotta figure out. We gotta divest ourselves from this business, man. Like the donut shop is just not doing anything. It's losing us. I guess I would just keep it open, even if it is like a financial drag. I'll keep it open as like a reminder that we should not open a donut shop, and we should open like another store. Just want to make sure. Let me look at the schedule. Eric and Ava are working like every single day, but there's not even a reason to have 2 cash registers. So like, forget that. We should open like a jewelry store. And I would love, let me get, just put more food things to sell. Nah, this is like, you know how much money I have put into this business to like raise its margins by 10%? And then raising its margins by 10% earns me like $20 extra a day. It cost me $15,000 to like buy the equipment to sell croissants or whatever. Like it takes 100 years for it to hit the break-even point. I'll be dead by then. So, I'm gonna open up Bizman. Average daily income $108. What the hell? Let me look at the. I need to look at Market Insider. We are in Hell's Kitchen. Demand for donuts, cheap flowers, expensive gifts. We already sate that. How about expensive? Oh, flowers, they don't seem like they have good margins. People do not like jewelry here. 50% demand for jewelry. What other neighborhoods are near us here? Let me see what neighborhoods look like. The Garment District is just south of us. How's the Garment District doing for demand? They love jewelry, dude. Okay, so open up Google Maps. I don't even think I've ever purchased. That's not true. I've purchased like a couple items of jewelry in my entire life, but I can't imagine the demand being 100%. Coffee, sandwiches, I totally get. Jewelry, I'm a little surprised, but okay, you know what? Maybe it's time for us to rent a larger building. Like, what about this bad boy right here? 285 meters squared. Can I open this in Bizman? Daily rent is $120. Oh, you're right. That's not the right district. That's Murray Hill. What the heck is this then? This is just nothing? This is districtless? Well, you don't have to open a business right away. You got to do your research first. Let me look at Murray Hill. Demand. They still love jewelry there. Okay, let's get some expensive. How about, cheap jewelry is also great. All right. Let's load it up. Google Maps. Murray Hill. These are where my other stores are. 285. Okay, let's set that destination. Let's get it started. Make sure we're eating some food, too. Which band has the best name but makes the worst music? I don't know. I did see. You see the tweet that was. It's not a bad question. It's just very hard to come up with an answer. Okay, because I don't know what's in a name. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet, right? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. If you're turning, you have to turn into the lane closest to you. That's actually it's completely his fault. He's at fault. Anyway, did you see the tweet where Imagine Dragons said their worst nightmare is some kid getting bullied for saying he loves their music, and then the quote tweet just said, "I've got some bad news for them." It's very mean-spirited, but also quite funny. $5 an hour to park here? Holy cow. Well, you gotta spend money to make money. Daily rent, $69? This is so much cheaper than the one that I was actually looking at. Let me just take a look inside real. Oh! Oh, baby. Check your traffic index. I mean, 10 is pretty bad. But so, you know, we're making a ton of money on a traffic index of 10 at Thrifties, man. No, never mind. The traffic index is 31. You can't terminate a contract if you're inside of the building. It's known as trespassing. Let's terminate that contract. Open up Google Maps. How about this one? 285 meters squared. Open in Bisman. Traffic index of 40. Ooh. On 5th. Wait, is that even in Murray Hill, though? Oh, it's in Murray Hill, baby. 40's pretty good. Oh, dude, don't even start with me. With people, most annoying things drivers can do, making this right turn, not even looking to see if anybody else is, because they make the right turn on red, and then they're like, oh, I need to be in this lane, actually. Or, oh, I need to turn right. First, let me swing my fucking Fiat 500 1,000 meters to the left to just, like, crash into people that are going straight in this lane, even though the roads are designed for cars to drive on them in the first place. I don't want to park on 5th Avenue, man. I'm going to have to take out, like, a second mortgage. Also, I don't even have a first mortgage yet. $5 is way cheaper than I expected. $120. We live with that. Let me walk inside. It's beautiful. It's worth paying the extra for the traffic index, I'm sure. I would love to start a new business. $4K a month for rent. I know, it's so cheap. What is this, like a studio apartment in Yaletown? Bisman. 54 5th Avenue. I don't know why I said avenue like that. We're going to open a jewelry store. 0 competitors, 100% demand. That's crazy. We're going to call these, let me think. Family Jewels. You know what? Great. Do you work for VH1? It's a great answer. We need some baskets. We need a minimum of 1 product. We need a cash register or a checkout counter. It is 4 p.m. Open up Google Maps. Let me find, you know what? We're so close to Peterson and Sons. We also need a wholesaler. Wholesaler. I don't know how to find anything. Wholesale store. There it is. Open up a craft brewery. It does seem like it's probably a pretty good business model. Sorry, guys. I just gotta, like, time is money, okay? Hey, that's, you just gave me Sips's name as a jewelry store? I didn't steal Sips's name. I stole a suggestion from chat. Somebody else stole the name. Like, the profit margins on beer have got to be like, it's like the profit margins on soda, right? He tried to take my spot. It's just like water and barley. Stack of shopping baskets. We need a jewelry showcase. Jewelry floor showcase. Holy cow. It's $10,000 just for the damn infrastructure. Thanks so much. What type of business would you open IRL? I have no idea, honestly. Maybe, did you see the new startup that's making shoes that make you walk up to 250% faster? Also known as roller skates. You need a cash register too? So true, if you'll excuse me. I like they keep my spot open for me. Do you know how much money I spend here? I would like to, call me crazy on this one. I would like to open a business that has a lot of demand and not a lot of supply. That guy just said I can't find any cash register. I don't know, man. I guess I'll just buy like a checkout counter. It won't work? All right. I mean, I guess it would be weird to go to like a luxury jewelry store and then put all your stuff on like a conveyor belt, but let me go to I could take it from the donut shop, but you don't understand. I'm leaving the donut shop as a reminder to only sell products that are like worth a lot of money. Opens in 14 hours. I've realized the error of my ways. Yeah, but it has two? Yeah, but it also has 2 staff. And if I'm firing staff, like, honestly, at that point, we might as well just unwind the whole business, and then I no longer have that fire in my belly. You know, I no longer have that weight around my neck that forces me to push a little harder. Okay, place me. Reassign the staff? No, I'm not going to do that. It's probably the right thing to do. I'm not going to do it. It's not about doing the right thing. It's about having fun, okay? They're trained. You're absolutely right. They're trained. Why not? Min-maxing my fucked up donut shop doesn't sound as fun to me as just going all in, making another business. And I'm playing with a digital toy right now. So rather than try to listen, it's not real money. It's not a real donut shop, and the people that are doing it are not real people. We're just gonna spool up another business. It's gonna be just fine. Let me just rest for like an hour and 32 minutes here. Also, what I mean, I think there's an element of this that's true in real life too. Also, what? So we can just see like our net worth go up a little bit faster, but digitally speaking, you can't take it with you. Don't you remember what Mama Odie said? Froggy was a rich man. Something, something, something. It won't make you happy now. Would it make you happy? Did it make you happy then? Hey. Okay, take me back here. I don't need a cabinet. I got a jewelry display already. Oh, I need a cabinet to put the cash register on. Squeeb. Thank you, thank you. I would say I'm pro Princess and the Frog. Dude, there's no traffic here. What happened to New York? Cabinet with drawers. Why wash these windows when you can wax these drawers? The usual Mr. Wick. I gotta see John Wick 4, man. I know that this is now a segment called Did You See That Tweet? But did you see that tweet where it said John Wick 4 made $90 million at the box office? Keanu Reeves only speaks 300 words in the entire movie. That's like, I'm not going to do the math, but it's like $300,000 per word or something like that. And then the quote tweet was like, I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure he does some other stuff too. Isn't this my business? Oh, it must be that. Squeep. I didn't see that. Thanks for telling me about it. You're welcome. I'm here to surface the good tweets from the For You tab. They Marvelified John Wick 4. It was hard to watch it for 3 hours. Listen, I haven't seen the movie. Your criticism might be valid, but I respond to your criticism in a glib way that it's offensive. Anything I don't like is Marvel now. Can you move this tree, dude? I can't see. Everything Everywhere All at Once, even though it deals with the multiverse, obviously not Marvel, because I like it. John Wick 4, not a single purple guy with a golden glove filled with magical stones. It's Marvel, though. Okay, how about this? There actually was one of those guys. I haven't seen it. No spoilers, please. No spoilers. Only I'm allowed to spoil. This looks like the OVO pop-up in Vancouver now. Let me get a cabinet with drawers. If you've ever been inside like a luxury store, I know we're going to be selling cheap gifts, but this is basically what it looks like. It's a building with one rack of clothes in the middle and one cash register sitting on a cardboard box in one corner. And then you bring a shirt to the front and they go, that'll be $1,100 cash or card. And you go, fucking card? Are you crazy? I carry $1,100 in cash on me? Have you lost your mind? It's 2023. Do you think I am? 60? Ladies and gentlemen, we have not done it. There you go. Stack of shopping baskets. Obviously, those go right here. Gotta be honest, it's a pretty impressive storefront, right? There you go. Peak efficiency. We should put a wall up here so it's like, oh, I wonder what's happening out. Well, because you know another thing that happens sometimes in a luxury store, the store looks like it's this big, and then you go there and you're like, oh, I want to buy this, and they're like, right this way, Mr. Wick, and they like open up like a hidden wall, and there's like chairs, and they're like, do you want a cup of coffee or something? And you're like, no, I came in here looking for a belt. It really makes the customer feel special. Okay, get this out of here. We need to go to the wholesaler. and purchase cheap gifts. And maybe we can spool up to expensive later. Cheap jewelry, thank you. Cheap jewelry. Excuse me, I have the right of way, pedestrian. I have the right of way. Don't forget paper bags. Bro, they'll just like wear it out or something. We can buy paper bags here anyway, I think. Maybe Costco has a room like that. I hope they would tell me if it was as an executive member. I'm still, dude, I had to like, my wife and I had some words last night. She was like, why are you so excited that we got $14 cash back from our Costco executive membership? And I was like, that's because we only spend $10 a month on the executive membership. So the $4.50 that is extra is basically like they're paying us to shop there, as long as you ignore that we spent like $700 there in the first place in order to get the $14 cash back. But that we were spending money on things that we used anyway, so we were going to spend it regardless. And then she's like, yeah, but that's only like a bubble tea. And I was like, yeah, but you'd be buying the bubble tea anyway. So it's like it's a bubble tea that you would normally have gotten in the first place, but now you don't have to pay for it. 50 pieces, $7,000. Holy, dude. We did it. We've had a very small amount of Costco breakage, I will admit. Because they forced us to buy, I thought we could buy 6 muffins because they come in packs of 6. And when we got to the front, they were like, these only come in 12s. And I was like, I mean, in my head, I was like, then your ass should put them in packs of 12 instead of packs of 6. But anyway, so now they gave us 12 muffins. And I was trying to eat them like within reason. We still only ate like 7 of 12 muffins. But you know what it means is like I'll never buy muffins again at Costco. Instead, we bought croissants this time. The muffins are fine. I got nothing against the muffins. Me and my baby cannot eat 12 muffins before they go bad. I was eating some like after they staled out. Relax, buddy. I'm working here. You can put them in the freezer. I'm not the freezer for me. We've been using it a little bit more because of necessity, because of our Costco membership. But to be honest with you, the freezer is where I send food to die. If I'm like, I don't want to eat you, but I also don't want to throw you out because then there would be like the pain of me having wasted the money buying you in the first place. I'm like, I'll just put you in the freezer and then maybe I'll eat you one day. And then like a year and a half later, I'm like, when was the last time I bought this? This must be old as hell. And then I just throw it in the garbage, basically. If I cook something that freezes, then I put it in the freezer. But if I like buy something from the store and before it goes bad, I throw it in the freezer, I'm like, it's never coming back, I'm sorry to say. There's no coming back from that. If 4 saran wrapped Costco Kirkland Signature banana chocolate chip muffins end up in my freezer, it's over. Hang on. Some more cheap jewelry. Is it rude to ask if Blood Bowl's coming back? I wouldn't say Blood Bowl's coming back. I definitely wouldn't say it's rude. The thing is, after one of our games, a couple of weeks ago, I uninstalled it. I got my ass beat. And chat the entire time was only 2 messages. One of them was like, I'm bored. The other one was like 1 in 10 people was like, you've made a horrendous mistake. And I said, this shit is just not a fit. So I got rid of it. Gotta say, it's a nice looking store here. Okay, so I'm going to work here, but I have to drive here, which is rough for me. Average. Oh no, my average daily income is only marginally worse than my donut shop, which is actually open, and this place hasn't even opened yet. Let me. We're gonna go. You know what? Maybe it's nice to have a commute in New York. Because, I mean, I guess we could walk as long as we left 3 hours early. Business. I'm not going to call it Family Jewels anymore, if possible. What have I done? I've double-clicked and it's been set as a destination. Okay, I would like to change the name of my business because I didn't realize that I stole it from Sips. But whatever. It is. I guess it is what it is. Schedule. I'm going to say that it should be open from 10 to 6. That seems like a pretty reasonable... We should make it for all days, please. Business is closed today. Wrong. It's 10 to 6. 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 And 10 to 6. Seems like reasonable hours for a jewelry store. Also gives us time to buy groceries if we need to. I don't want to park here, though. I'm realizing it's $5 an hour to park here, right? What about this? Can I park here? That's just considered illegal. All right. Why no weekends? Hang on. Take me back here. Set destination. Oh, why no weekends off is probably what you meant. That makes more sense to me. I meant why no weekends off? It's all right. I remember when I first got the internet, I paid by the letter as well. They always keep my spot open. I don't even need to get out the pylons. I don't want to move my bed over there because I think it's going to... Because maybe this is just nonsense, but to me it feels like it not being in a storage room is going to be bad for the interior score. But I could be wrong. Sidestep the question. With the reason I'm not giving my guy weekends is because he doesn't have anything to do on the weekends anyway. Like, his ass might as well work. The only other thing he can do is stand up and watch television in one of his own stores. Like, this, there's no... I want a weekend because honestly, there's like a little balance that happens. You get sick of working by Friday. And then you're like, oh, I'm so glad it's the weekend. And then, like, Saturday, Sunday, spend a lot of time with the family, run errands. And then, like, by the 25th hour of reading Dr. Seuss stories, I'm like, my ass needs to go back to work. I'm sick of Dr. Seuss. That's why Monday comes around and I'm jazzed to be here. But digitally speaking, I don't know. Like, this guy, he's just a vessel to get this number up, I guess. So, like, it's not like he has anything meaningful to do with his weekends regardless. Let me, got to get to work by 10 a.m. Yeah, they should let you start a family in this game. How is Canada number 3 on the list of Earth overshoot days? Info request. What is an Earth overshoot day? He doesn't know. It's true. I don't know. What is an Earth overshoot day? When a country consumes more than the Earth can replace? Oh yeah, we're like a big, we're a big consuming nation. Like, we have the consumption habits of the United States, but also a lot of the country is colder, so we use a lot of resources for electricity and heat and, you know, oil and so on and so forth. We're definitely a high consuming nation. My ass just got to sit here for 2 hours? I didn't even bring anything over, did I? Zhoop. Taxi to work might be cheaper than 8 hours parking. Oh, very sensible. Hang on, isn't this... Are we close enough to the furniture store? I'm hoping that they have like a cleaning... No, that's a pretty long trip, brother. Let's just see. It's just day one. It doesn't have to be perfect right away. You can take the subway, too. Assign yourself. You should assign yourself. How we doing? We sold 27 gifts. At $160 a gift? Can I get a quick math check? How much, or sorry, jewelry. How much did we spend for 50 gifts was like $7,000. So it was like 120, 50 jewelry was 120. 50 jewelry was 7,100. So we're paying like 115 per jewelry, 45 times. I think we made like $1,000 today. Bit quick back of the napkin calculator. How do can I call a taxi? Contacts. Oh, taxi! Please take me to my other workplace. $41? Oh, my car! You're right, it's actually, it's like cheap, it's the same price to take the taxi that it is to park my car there for 8 hours. But now my car is parked there. I gotta go back. Yeah, one day off might be sensible to run my errands, but opens in 14 hours. That's fine. I understand. I made a mistake. I will go to sleep. It's 8 p.m. Time to get my 10 hours in. Family Jewels. Made $960 today. Pretty good back of the napkin calculation. 100% success on pricing. Means we're raising the price. $200. Let's see how they feel about $200 instead. They hate the interior, but you know, it's only been open for like a day. Doesn't have to be perfect after one day. I need a shopping basket to grab one item of fresh food. I don't even have anything in my bag. See, now it's too complicated. Now I gotta get a basket. I gotta put stuff in it as well. Okay, taxi. Here's our day today. You're gonna taxi me to my own store. We're gonna get in our car and drive back to our other store. I know this city like the back of my hand. I'm a true New Yorker now. One thing about New York, you never stop at a red light. Also, wait, I have to open up Google Maps real quick. The city is nothing like New York. Looks pretty New York to me. There's fire escapes everywhere. That's like one of the major hallmarks of New York, in my opinion. Fire escapes. People wearing very like puffy jackets. No alleys. Very, very limited amount of alleys. Everything closing at 7 is very New York as well. I didn't know that. I thought that was a Vancouver thing. Bodega cats. Let me get the cleaning station, please. Someone said my experience in New York is getting yelled at for only tipping 10%. I don't know, the tipping discourse, it went to a bad place on Twitter. It wasn't with me. It was America versus Europe. I don't want to get involved with it, okay? Deserved? I didn't do anything. My take on tipping is that I do think that tipping is like stupid, but it's like a catch-22. Because if you don't do it, you're like the dickhead. Because it's the way that the system works right now. If you were rebuilding the system from the ground up, you would not have... just let me check something. We sold 9 cheap jewelry today. That is not good. I'm going to guess the pricing happiness at midnight is probably going to go way down. Let's put this on 180. If you were rebuilding it from the ground up, you would just pay your employee, or we would want to set up a system where you just pay employees fairly and it's not left to the customer to like subsidize it. But that's not the way it's set up. So I think my take on tipping has evolved over time. I've always tipped. I've never been like a bad tipper. I've never been someone who prides themselves on being like an amazing tipper, but I've never been like a deliberately bad tipper. If you don't tip, and the reason you don't tip is because the system is stupid, then I think you're basically kidding yourself unless you are also actively working to change the system. If you're only not tipping and then using the excuse that the system is bad, but you're not doing anything to change it, then you're just benefiting from the system existing and everybody else subsidizing it. Hang on. You're not forced to tip. I'm not going to like necessarily judge you morally. I'll judge your action. I don't think it makes you a bad person necessarily if you don't tip. Hang on, I forgot what I was doing. I need to take tomorrow off from my jewelry store. Tomorrow is Friday. Okay. And then tomorrow I have to open up my notepad. I need to buy some donuts. And I'm not going to put a rush in, honestly. I need to buy some donuts. I probably need to buy some more cheap gifts. And then probably we work on our interior after that. You don't have any paper bags in here? Did I say gifts again? I meant jewelry. So I can take advantage of a system that I'm working against. Not tipping doesn't mean you're working against the system. It just means you're not spending money. If you were protesting or something like that, that's writing letters to your congressperson at least or something. Okay, today I'm taking time off from work. To go to the Costco. Tweeting about the issue, I would say that maybe doesn't count. Especially if you're just arguing with other people who are like, if you don't tip, you're an asshole. If you do tip, you're an idiot. And just like not reaching any sort of middle ground whatsoever. Whoops. This thing handles like a steakhouse, man. Whoops. There is no middle ground? Then what's the point in arguing about it? That's why I didn't want to bring it up in the first place. People are very, very sensitive about tipping. People's identity is tied up in their tipping. It's an issue. I mean, we've talked about it left, right, and center. We got it all. I think everyone's figured out at this point where they stand on tipping. Why don't you tip your sandwich artist then? Well, like, because they never had a tip option on the card reader. And then, like, the last time I went to Subway, they had a tip option on the card reader. I tipped 10% and I haven't been back to the store. Logically speaking, I mean, like, listen, it's... Left click to enter, please. It's weird. Let me pause this so I don't get my words twisted up. If you tip someone to pour soup into a cup and hand it to you, or you tip someone to hand you a pre-made sandwich, or you tip someone when you pick up a pizza or something like that, then there's no logic to not tipping the Subway worker, pardon me, who was your concierge from the start of the sandwich to the finish of the sandwich and did everything as you asked. But it's just not done, is the other thing. It's just like Subway was it wasn't a tipping place. It was a place you don't tip. And then now it's a place where you tip, and there's no logic to not tipping there except that there's never been a tip option there before. We need donuts. Call me Duncan the way I donuts. And we need cheap gifts. I would buy 2 more cheap gifts. That would keep us going for a little bit. And then we'll spend the rest of our capital on interior to make our store better. And then we'll spool up expensive gifts. Would you tip at a McDonald's? No, but like, I mean, I think if you worked at McDonald's, I could understand being like, what the fuck? If anything, I wouldn't be tipping them for like what they did to the food. I would be tipping them for the incredible logistics inside of the restaurant. I bought the right thing, right? Yes. Okay. Incredible logistics. Dude, a McDonald's is like a logistical marvel. They're making like 30 people's food all at exactly the same time. And you usually get exactly what you ordered, plus or minus like 1 dipping sauce. And also maybe if you order like a strawberry milkshake, they're going to give you a vanilla or something like that. That's logistically pretty incredible. Like they're playing Cook Serve Delicious in there every day. My family tips the mail carrier in the holidays. I think that's kind of like we used to do that. Well, my parents used to do that when we lived in a small town. I think that's pretty standard. Donut shop. Anyway. I mean, the mail carriers, they're doing the Lord's work out there. Without the mail carriers, how would I know how much frozen chicken breasts cost at a grocery store that doesn't even operate in my neighborhood? I'm joking! I have a good, credible respect for the mail. But that's like a Christmas bonus. That's not like a tip. You're not like, oh, thanks for getting me like my Pokemon cards today. Instead, it's like, thank you for your service throughout the year. Have a nice Christmas. I was so zonked. I thought this was a highlight video. I've been watching, waiting for something crazy to happen. Top 10. Bro, do we have nobody cleaning this place? Holy cow, it's a pigsty in here, man. Top 10 disturbing stream moments caught on video. Anybody find that video of Disneyland disturbing moments where there's the hereditary music in the background, but it just looks like one of the puppets is zerking it? T-Edits, are you here? I love the NHL thumbnails. Top 10 craziest NHL moments, and the thumbnail is like a monster truck on the ice next to two NHL players. I should just go get the hand truck. Like, I think I would have known. I think I would have known if that happened. They're so good, some aren't appropriate for posting. There's football ones that have like a picture of a plane crash on them. It's not funny that the plane crashed, but YouTube's crazy these days, man. Meanwhile, I'm like, what should I call my video where there's like 30% Sporkle and half of it is just me playing Tradle and Cine 2 Nerdle? I don't want to mislead people. People just be like, oh, you remember that time a plane crashed into Lambeau Field? Beautiful. Park it. Any chance you would, like... I mean, I get that your job is the cash register, but, like, at the same point, can't you just do some restocking here? Like... Hey, X2 Mirko, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you. Not my job, boss. Fair enough. I mean, it's 60 donuts. That seems pretty heavy. Oh, wait. We park in our free parking spot. Oh, no, we have to drive today because I have 2 things. I can't hold 2 things. How is he still paying double the labor for Snoopy's than needed? We're letting it... It's a vestige. It's a reminder of, like, messing up. It's like how, like, if you made it through, like, Narcotics Anonymous, you might carry a coin that is like, here's how long I've been sober. That donut shop for me is, like, it's my sobriety coin. It's to remind me not to ever open a donut shop. And instead just sell expensive things. Okay, it's my day off. Pop this down here. Having 2 employees is just wasting money? Yes, that's correct. You're absolutely right. You're precisely correct. This sounds like I mean it from a place of toxicity, but it's not a place from of toxicity. I mean this actually positively. I'm glad that my digital guy is getting backseated over mundane stuff the same way that like all streamers get backseated whenever they're like, you know, they've admitted to spending money on anything. Sure, if a streamer eats DoorDash every day, people in chat are like, isn't that expensive? That seems fair to me. But then sometimes you're like, I put dried cranberries on my salads. They're like, really? Dried cranberries? Wow. Okay. Listen, it was in a big bag. It was called Salad Topper Light, so it must be good for you. It's dried cranberries. It's sesame seeds. It's pumpkin seeds. I don't know what else is in there. I think I spend like $500 on Deliveroo every month. I'm gonna die. What the heck is Deliveroo? Is this like Australian DoorDash? I knew what I had to do. I was going to fix my car. It's UK DoorDash. Okay. Uber Eats for Europe. Deliveroo. How about that? Car dealership. Wait, gas station. Ooh, a gas station? You're right. This is nothing like New York. We also have Just Eat. We had Just Eat in Canada, then it went out of business. Or it got out-competed by, or maybe it got bought by Skip the Dishes or something. $764. That's pretty cheap to get back to 100%. Foodora also, well, I don't think Foodora went out of business in Canada. I think that there was something with Foodora where like the workers in Canada were unionizing and Foodora said fuck that and just like shut down. I've repaired my car. While we're here, let's go buy a storage shelf so that our business doesn't look so busted. What happened here? Hey, learn how to drive, idiot! 1 second, I gotta open Google Maps. That's where I want to be. Squeep. I don't think I can afford carpet and wallpaper yet because my store is so big. Hey, well, lady! It's a pandemic! Also, again, you always have to evaluate versus the counterfactuals. Did we spend a lot of money on Costco at Costco in March? Yes. But there's a trade-off to everything. The money we spent at Costco was offset by the lack of delivery we bought in March as well. I can't even remember. I think we might have gotten. I mean, I don't count pizza in the same group as delivery. In this, it's delivery. Obviously, someone is bringing food to your house. But it's not, the prices for pizza delivery is essentially the same as buying it at the damn store. You just pay maybe like $3 to get them to bring it to your house. Some of them even just offer it as like as just an included service. It's the DoorDash where they get you, man. I'm not trying to say like it should be a different header in the dictionary. I'm just saying like if you're like, oh, I eat too much delivery because it's hurting my pocketbook. Pizza is like, you're still paying more for the food than it costs to buy the ingredients and make the food yourself. However, the delivery, you're paying a small convenience charge, whereas on DoorDash, you're paying like 20%. They just break it out into 17 different charges. So you're like, I don't know if I actually it was paid a $4 convenience fee, $8 DoorDash fee, $7 to tip the driver. All of a sudden, the $20 of Chipotle I ordered is costing me $71. You buy $25 worth of pizza, you know, it comes to your house. You're like, you tip $32 all in. You need the Dash Pass. It pays for itself in like 3 orders. I want the company to go out of business and be a cautionary tale for businesses forever. I do use it from time to time, but I think the world would be a better place if the company didn't exist. Especially because they have the audacity to not be profitable. If the prices weren't so, like if the fees weren't so egregious, I wouldn't hate the company as much as I do. But the fees are so insane, combined with the fact that they don't, from a bookkeeping standpoint, they don't make money. The company should not exist. It is, yeah. It's the same way I feel about Ticketmaster. Do I use Ticketmaster when I'm forced to? But like, imagine if Ticketmaster was like, "Oh, we're not making money." I would be like, "What are you talking about? You get paid like $50 per ticket just for existing. And you don't do anything." Okay, this was a good day. You're still facing the wrong way, huh? What about Airbnb? My ass is very hotel pilled now for sure. There were a few like golden years of Airbnb where you're like, oh my God, I get like an entire apartment instead of just a tiny room. I got a kitchen, I've got like maybe 2 bathrooms. It's basically the same price as a hotel room. That it was a beautiful couple of years. Now I feel like it's more expensive than hotel rooms. And also it depends on the host you get. Some hosts are like, hey, just tidy up when you leave and then we'll send in cleaners after you because we're making money hand over fist. And then some of them are like, hey, you didn't make the bed when you left. There's like a surcharge that goes on top as a result of that. And you're like, my ass will just be staying in the Marriott from now on, quite frankly. I don't, if I can keep me, my wife, and a toddler in a hotel room, they clean it for you, like then the world's our oyster. I got charged $100 for a single piece of trash being left out. Not a joke at all. Well, it is a joke, but you're not lying, I think is it's crazy. We also like Kate's grandma. We thought that she might come stay in Vancouver for a bit. We don't have the space in our house, quite frankly. Like literally, we just don't have a bed for her or a room to put the bed in. So we were looking into like long-term or short-term rentals. Maybe she could come for like a month or two. Every single one in Vancouver was like $4,000 to $6,000 Canadian for a month, and we were like, "Fuck you, you." There is no way. Let it stay vacant. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not paying you $6,000 a month. It's extortionary. Bubbly? Okay, well, bubbly, we're still going strong. As long as it's still $9.89 to $10.09 a case at Costco, I'd be stupid to not be buying it. Okay, check. Let me take a look at Bizman stocks. Brother, I gotta pull my money out of the stock market in this game. It's just like, and I'm not mad that we're down 0.002%. I'm just upset that it doesn't do anything. Like there's no volatility. This shit's like a GIC, man. Like it doesn't move. I'd rather have my own cash. Okay, we work tomorrow. Wake me up at 7. Didn't you choose super safe? I chose the total U.S. market. It's all equities. They should at least be moving a little bit. Here, give me this first. What time does the bank open? It's not paper hands. If anything, I'm like, I think I'm 2 diamond hands. Opens in 3 hours? Well, then you'll see me because of your mother ucking fee. Read the word on the ATM slip, said they all mother uckers and they ucking with my, come on. Excuse me, taxi? What do you think is the worst candle scent? Interesting question. I don't have an answer for you, but I will say when we were at our in-laws' place, there was a candle, and my wife smelled it and said, "This is like the most foul-smelling candle I've ever seen or ever smelled in my entire life." And then I smelled it too, and I was like, "This does indeed smell like industrial cleaner went wrong or something." And then our niece was like, "Oh, my grandma picked that out." I don't know what the hell's wrong with Kate's mom. She went to the candle store and basically bought a candle that smells like poison. Or I don't know if maybe the candle was just cheap and it like rotted or something, but like it was like no smell and then the faint undertone of like foul smell. What about the Gwyneth Paltrow vagina candle? I will say I don't want to tweet it because tweeting sucks. But this one's just for you. I have like a hilarious moment every now and then when we have this thing called a Yodo player, which is like a speaker that you can insert a card into, and it plays like an audiobook for your kid. And we have one that's it's an Eric Carle book. It's called Brown Bear, Brown Bear. What do you see? And I see yellow duck looking at me. Yellow duck, what do you see? And every day I get a punchline when I put it in there, because it starts like this. It goes, Yodo Player presents Brown Bear, What Do You See? By Eric Carle. As read by Gwyneth Paltrow. It gets me every time, because she's reading it like so, like semi-seriously. Why the hell they pay Gwyneth Paltrow to read Brown Bear, what do you see? Brown Bear, what do you see? I see a black dog looking at me. Black dog, what do you see? I see a purple cat looking at me. I just can't imagine anybody like looking at these cards and then being like, "Oh, we got to get that one as read by Gwyneth Paltrow." I mean, did I listen to part of Anna Karenina as read by Maggie Gyllenhaal? Yeah, but like it was mostly because I recognized her name. And all the other Anna Karenina audiobooks, I was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" Maybe it does work then. But they didn't get any money out of me for that. They just got an Audible credit, which isn't even real money. Copium. Okay, we gotta look at how our business did today. We're starting. Oh wait, is the bank still open? Oh, it's not open at 8, brother. There's no shot. What day? Let me take a look here. Sorry, Bizman. Those House of Leaves audiobook as read by Megan Trainor. No, thank you. The walls are closing in. They should make a House of Leaves movie. Directed by, I don't know why I wanted to say Brett Ratner. No thanks. That's my gift store. Yes, okay. Directed by Uwe Boll. House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. As read by Bobcat Goldthwait. Okay, Sleep Me. On Friday, we can pull our money out of the bank. We were making money hand over fucking fist, dude. Bank run on Friday. Yo, dude, TikTok should do the bank run challenge. Yo, everybody, we're pulling all of our money out of TD Canada Trust on Friday. Pass it on. If we all pull out our deposits, we can get our money, and then the government will just bail the bank out anyway. No, not that one. That's my bank. I didn't want to tell you my bank. I don't want my bank to have a bank run on it. I had to choose a bank that I don't have any products with. Yeah, I'll travel here. That's a felony? It's not a felony, Poindexter, okay? It's a joke. It's Yo, Snoopy, sanest business venture, average daily income $1. They still love the pricing, which means I hate the pricing. Let's throw that up another $5. How'd we do today? We did great. Dude, we need to set up a Costco delivery. I can't believe it. Like, what's today's Sunday? I think 2x cheap jewelry, 1x. What the hell does that mean? I think we're going to need this. Let's start and set up a Costco delivery here. And I'd like you to start a contract at Family Jewels. Thank you. And then I'd like you to deliver on Tuesday. And I'm going to need not cheap gifts, cheap jewelry. $5,000 a box? I need 2 boxes, man. I get that it's 12 grand, but I need they're making money for me. This is fine. I accept this. Works for me. Delivery Tuesday? Yeah. All right. It's 12K. I can't liquidize my assets. I have to wait till Friday when I got time off. Can I call the bank and be like, sell my stocks? They're only open. They're open from 10 to 2. You've reached us outside of our business hours. Please try again. Won't somebody think of the bankers? They're open from 10 to 2? Okay, you're right. I am managing my portfolio in the middle of the road. Oh, you can sell it on the economy. Oh, it's Sunday. Okay, fair enough. Well, kind of. I could just sell it here. Are you sure you withdraw the full balance? Are you sure you want to withdraw the full balance? Yes. 34 grand right in our pocket. Still doing great on paper bags. Your store was closed today? Wrong? That's not correct. It's open. It was open from 10 to 8, actually. 10 to 6, sorry. 24-hour clock screws me up a little bit. Thrifties Gifties is pogging again. I need some food. No, I don't mind the 24-hour clock, but there are... I mean, like, 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock are the ones where I have to just think for a second. Not for too long, like, let's not insult me, but, like, I have to at least think for a second. At 6 and 8, it's only 18 and 20. 23, like, that's a gimme. 18, I'm like, wait a minute. Just subtract 12? That's what I do, but you have to think for a second. For, like, just a brief moment. Dude, we could probably, like, gussy up our interior today. You could also subtract 2. Okay, it's 1100 o'clock. Subtract 2 is 9 a.m. Oh, what the hell? What do you mean I'm 2 hours late for work? Yeah, you really got it all figured out. You subtracted 12 from 11? Yeah, it's negative 1 o'clock, which is 11. Because 12 is 0. You guys never went to the Terrence Howard School of Mathematics, clearly. Hang on. Interior designer. This is going to be very expensive, okay? A jewelry store, we want dark colors on the floor especially because it's going to make the gold accents pop. Oh, this is looking classy. That's 11 grand right there. And then, I mean, I'll be straight up with you. This is like, yeah, it's pricey, but oh man. It's looking kind of slick with it. Oh, the wallpaper is so cheap. I think this is one you guys are jealous of. This is a nice looking store. Apply. Ooh, spend 20 grand on interior design. It's a nice looking place. Snoopy's industrial coffee machine soon runs out of cup of coffee. It doesn't make any money anyway, so like, who cares? Actually, wait, like, give me a sec. I need to go eat something real quick. If you could take me back to Thrifty's, I'll just eat at home. Complete 10 taxi rides. I'm getting achievements like crazy, man. You're right. It does take me approximately 1 month of of profit from Snoopy's just to get enough money to take one taxi ride. Little weaker today. Oh, you know why? Because it's a Monday. Of course, on a Monday, expect a little weakness. Market's a little soft today. I guess we should hire an employee. They still got 54 cups. At this point, I think this is like when Radio Shack got bought. Like, we're only keeping Snoopy's around to, like, carry forward, like, a capital loss on our taxes. Please sell it. It's just disgusting. Bro, there's nothing to sell. I could just abandon the building, I suppose. You'll get your appliance money back. We should just have like a stand in the mall or something. Okay, what am I doing today? It's not work time yet. We need to buy some cups of coffee. Why is it doing so bad? Because we can only sell so many donuts a day. Each one of them makes us like $1 in profit. Or $1 in revenue. Hang on, I also, okay, you know what? Like, I don't know if we even have time for this shit. Opens in 1 hour. Spend 48 bucks going to the damn Costco. Run through the Costco. I gotta go to work, bro. Fuck Snoopy's. You know what? I'm sending out a text that's like, you're all fired. How do I close a business? It's just not working out. You can at least move the staff to Family Jewels. Okay, that now we're talking. My employees, Eric, you're now working at Family Jewels. And Ava, you're now working at Family Jewels. And then at Snoopy's, settings, shut down business. Goodbye. I would like to terminate my rental contract. Holy cow, 23 grand in my pocket. Oh, no. And then family jewels. Let me look at the schedule here. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Now we're open every day. That's for certain. And what wasn't there like Ava likes to work halftime. Is this correct? Eric's on the cleaning station. That's my mistake. Let me check my employees. Ava. No, Ava likes full-time. They both like full-time. Okay. She doesn't like mornings? I think we trained that out of her. Someone doesn't like mornings. I remember that. Yeah, oh, that was Alexandra from Thrifties. She loves, all my employees love their jobs, by the way, for all the concern trolling you guys have done. You know what we should do? Shared schedule for all days. Make sure we got Eric on cash register all days. Turn it off. Eric, you work 3.5 days a week. Ava picks up the slack on this one. And then you're gone. Ava's here. You're gone. Ava's here. You're gone. Ava's here. Now they're both working 28 hours a week. This is not right. Okay, that means we're going to open. You guys both want at least like 35 hours a week or something, right? How about we're open 9 to 8 then? Ava only works weekends? I think that we got rid of that in training. She finally decided she learned how to love Big Brother. Open 9 till 8. Simple 11-hour shift. 11-hour shift, 11-hour shift. Halfway through Thursday, you finally get to take some time off. Ava comes in. Now we're 6. Wait, this is too much, right? 61 hours a week is too much. Oh, no, it comes down like this. Oh, get rid of this. 39 hours a week, and she's going to work 38 hours a week. Well. Perfect. Okay. Looks beautiful. And then I can just clean the business. That's no big deal. Why is my dude so upset? I would never schedule them on alternating days. That's cruel. Thank you. But now I'm like, I don't know what to do with my time. Oh, because you sold Snoopy's. It's not a failed business. We sold high. Like, it wasn't getting any higher, at least. Okay, take me to Thrifty's Gifties. Why do I even own a... Oh, I own a car for when I buy stuff. That's right. I think, at the very least, we can spend a day watching TV. And then, how many paper bags you got? 233. You're still chilling. Don't lie to me, Walt. Give me a little honk shoe. Tomorrow we rise and grind. Absolutely. I was watching half a season of One Piece. Okay. They love it. They're going crazy over the store. It's a little unclean, but that's okay. I'm dirty, mean, mighty unclean. I'm a haunted man. Public enemy number 1. Understand? And now I would love to get my expensive gifts out there. I think I'm about to go Sips mode. Like the next... expensive jewelry. The next step is to go Sips mode. which is to just buy a gaming PC and start streaming in the back of the office all day. The more space we have in the jewelry shop, the more customers we can handle. We're going to be like, and I mean this in a positive way, we're going to be the Walmart of jewelry. Exactly. Hey, listen, everybody working at our businesses has 100% satisfied. Worst case scenario, they lose like 10% satisfaction from hearing me go, he's one shot, he's one shot. Why does your character hate his life? Excuse me. He's actually feeling a little bit better now. He does have minus 50% happiness because he has no home. I suppose we should probably... I mean, there's lots of personal goals here. These personal goals are so sad. Where's, like, be a good person? Leave a good legacy. How about, look at this. Employ 100 people, rent 20 apartments. How is that a life goal? That just sounds like annoying. Yeah, where's 6,000 steps a day? He's not homeless. He just doesn't sleep in a house. He sleeps in a business that he owns. That's not homeless. He has a house. Okay, hang on. We need some paper bags. You can get some happiness in this game if you walk for like an hour in the park. Honestly, I got some happiness from taking my daughter to the park yesterday. Just gave her some sand toys. She went sicko mode in the sandbox for like an hour and a half. I got some vitamin D. Even got some sun. It works. $60,000? You should import jewelry, it's cheaper. We only serve American jewelry at this establishment, okay? We're a proud America First company here. We let Costco import the jewelry, and then we buy the jewelry from Costco, an American company. That's the way. My streamer. Canadian advertisements be like proudly made with real Canadians anthem gum. That's still a... That tweet cannot go off, but it makes me laugh every time I think about it. Did you know that there was a controversy in Canada because Heinz ketchup used to use... In Canada, Heinz used to use Canadian tomatoes. And then they switched to using American tomatoes. So then angry Canadians started buying French's ketchup instead because French's uses Canadian tomatoes. It was actually like a whole... it was a big deal, man. They probably teach it in business school. My mom got mad about it. My mom got kind of mad about it too. She doesn't even eat ketchup. I'll eat whatever ketchup. I don't really care. I will say... No Yeah, honk yourself, buddy. No disrespect to the French's Corporation, but like, I mean, if you ask me to pick a ketchup, I'm picking Heinz. But again, if you ask me to pick a mustard, I'm picking French's. It's a rivalry as old as time. You know what? It is really dark in here. Is there... Is there anything I can do about that? But we want it to be dark in here. Because we don't want people to be able to see the qubits properly. Then we can upsell them more easily. I like when stores play music. Bro, it's a luxury store. You literally... Why would you walk all the way to the other corner? Like, what's wrong with you? And a luxury store, people like to have a little bit more space. That's true. We could play some Brian Eno. It would have to be music for airports, though. It couldn't be like, here come the warm jets. Nobody's out here going into the jewelry store. They want to hear, like, Needle in the Camel's Eye. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba. Great album, though. Did that get 100% on Pitchfork in the remaster? I know that Another Green World did, which is another great album. Family Jewels, we have to raise the price. Oh, maybe we don't have to raise the price. 1,270 per jewelry? Wait a minute, are we even making money on that? Scream, 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 scream. Hey, I'm running two businesses here. Because I think we're paying like almost $1,200 just to purchase the thing in the first place. Maybe not $1 at a time. Let's try 1,500, okay? Let's just see. If they hate it, whatever. We're not pricing this stuff to move. We can afford to hodl a little. Thanks for the assist, brother. Where'd your money go? It cost me $60,000 to spool up my expensive jewelry business. I liquidated all of my stocks for it. I know they tell you never to sell at a loss. I just had to eat the 0.0002% I was down. It drives me crazy. I just can't sleep. I'm so excited. I'm in too deep. Crazy, but it feels all right. Baby thinking of you keeps me up all night. Tuck-a-tuck, tuck-a-tuck, tuck-a-tuck. Oh, I didn't need to, my dude's bloated now. He screwed up his macros. I mean, we should just watch some TV, man. Should probably get an apartment. But then I gotta buy... I guess I could just move my bed over in my fridge. It'll help out my guy's happiness. But then I'm like, there needs to be like an advantage to happiness. Because otherwise, why do I care if my guy's happy? Ooh! Like, there's no negative consequence to it. So why would I care if his happiness meter is full? So why care about anything in this game? I mean, to some extent, there's some truth there. How did we go from $6 grand to, or $3 grand to 30 grand in one day with $8,000 of profit? They still love the pricing. That's crazy mode. Oh, that was just your revenue. Okay, I see. So we have $8,000 profit, but we took in like 27 in revenue. So we could, with more showcases, we could handle more customers per hour. We need to buy 2 more showcases and 1 more cash register and maybe some shopping baskets. Because the building is 40, we're only getting 15. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. You also sold almost all your expensive jewelry? Oh, you're right. I sold like a quarter. That's crazy. I forgot where I'm even going here. What am I doing? I need well, we could always buy like a stereo from IKEA. Where's my car? I mean, honestly, we should reinvest in the business like right away, man. Take me to Ica Bohog. Starting to scare me that I just know where it is on the map. Sims keeps a pallet of stereos in the bathroom at his house. That's so good. Oh, man. Sims is a funny guy. Screw. Excuse me, just gonna turn right by you here. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I gotta do another loop. That's my mistake. Can you do donuts? Listen, it's a sensitive subject. I'm kind of insane at driving. In all senses of the word. Just looking for a spot. I'll park here, but it's gonna. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to get into our driver's side door. We're gonna have to get in from the passenger side. When does it open? No wonder the parking lot was so empty. We got to do something about the frame rate in this IKEA, man. It's getting a little rough. Dude, that would be a sick prank to pretend to be insanely bad at driving, but then actually be like amazing at driving once you get on Canada's Worst Driver. Be like, yeah, I get in accidents all the time, but then like once you get on Canada's Worst Driver, they're like, okay, we're gonna have you go through this like obstacle course in reverse, and then you just go. The other great thing about Canada's Worst Driver is in so many events, they have like a cutout pedestrian like pop out of a wall or something, and then you have to swerve to avoid them. I would say 1 in 3 people, when they know that the cutout is going to pop out. 1 in 3 people, though, as soon as they see the cutout, just go, ah! And then just like speed up and smash it. It's kind of a scary, it's a scary show sometimes. You know what? I mean, I'll just level with you. In a luxury store, you would have like some modular seating. I might even pick up like the whole kit and caboodle right there. And you probably have like a carpet. I mean, I kind of dig like the whole thing they got going on here. I would put another table in there with a little plant on top of it. Sure. That's the table where you have the husband sit down and then the clerk goes, "Do you want a water or something?" And you go, "Sure, I'll take a water." But then they don't come out with like Dasani. They always come out with some shit that's like a box of alkaline water, and you're like, "All right, I guess." What is this sitting? Get in, get out? I want people to feel at home inside of this store because this store is a lifestyle store. Like, you don't just buy things from this store, you are like a customer of this store. Like, you would take an Instagram photo of yourself shopping inside of this store. It is ironic because my guy has no lifestyle. It's true. Scream. Sure, there's some irony there. Can I tell you something as well? And this is something I'm struggling with. I always put my cart back, full stop. My time's not that valuable, and I like to be the change I want to see in the world. However, this is like, and even I bring my cart back in Costco, but, oh, I'm supposed to be cleaning the store. This is a weird one for you, maybe. I am happy when people don't bring their carts back in Costco. Sometimes you gotta park really far away from the actual like opening of the store. So you get out of your car and there's like a cart right next to you. And I just pick it up and I put my toddler in the toddler seat and I'm like, thank you for not bringing your cart back. Because it actually like made my life a little bit easier, weirdly enough. So I still take my cart back, but if there's any store where it's okay not to, I think it might be Costco. It might not be, but it might be. It's probably still worse for the employees, though, now that I think about it, because they still got to gather the carts regardless, but... Plus, the Costco in downtown Vancouver has that cool ramp. I can't hold all this stuff. So, like, if the elevator's too busy, there's just a really, really long ramp you can take your cart down instead. It's a great time. Okay, let's see. My JBL loudspeaker. Should pop that down right here. It'd be nice to get like a wall or something there. I never took that the ramp into the parking lot. Psycho. It's like every Costco, but definitely like the downtown Costco on a weekend is, I mean, you will hate your fellow man for sure. Until you get in there, and then you're like, whoa, free samples of Tropicana orange juice. Okay. I looked at my customer capacity. We're going to expand, okay? But first I gotta... Oh, I left my hand card inside again. First we're gonna I want this place to look nice. You know why? Like, because nothing matters in this game regardless. So, like, why not at least pick the things that you value, you know? And I value the aesthetics of this shop right here. This one's my baby. I've always wanted to open a jewelry store and then confuse it for a gift store 17 times in exactly 17 minutes. That's fine. Now, I need to purchase another... I need to purchase more showcases. Yeah, I haven't talked about it just because it's actually like a heinous Vancouver event. But there was like a murder in Vancouver, and it was like a mid-30s dad got stabbed to death outside of Starbucks in front of his wife and toddler daughter for asking guy to not vape. That story made me feel like a little sick to read. Partially because like it almost describes me to a T, but also because like, I mean, that really sends it home. You know, when you see like a murder and it's you know, in another part of the city or something like that, you're like, I don't go there. Not saying they deserved it. I'm just saying, like, it's, you know, you can't relate as much. But the dude just hanging out in downtown Vancouver with his family, getting killed for asking someone to not blow vape smoke, like, in his toddler's face, like, that, I could see that happening to me. Now I'm just going to walk in the other direction, though. Or maybe run in the other direction. It's not a bid. This people are. You guys watch too much Germa. It's not a bid. I'm being sincere with you. Especially because, like, you know, on Saturday there was like the elbow smash thing happened to me, and I was like, well, like nothing went wrong, but it was like a little sinister. And then it was like the next day that a dude got just randomly murdered, essentially. And I was like, I gotta move, man. I just stole their handcart. I'm sorry. This you can narc on me for that one. Instead, I'll just leave it in this awesome parking spot. Bro, I was glancing. Watch yourself. Yeah, then I did the execution tier list. So it was like a pretty sickening couple of days. But I feel like I've come out on the other side like a little normal. That being said, I do think I have to move to the suburbs. Not that you can't also be killed in the suburbs, but... At least nobody would be filming it, hopefully. Suburbs are scarier to me? Well, like, I don't know. We've talked about it before. Your risk of, like, experiencing crime is... I live in the city. Is higher in the city. But most of it is... property theft, being harassed, you know, your risk in the suburbs is like if someone it wants you dead. I mean, that's where every episode of like Forensic Files starts, right? It's never like, oh, in downtown Manhattan, there's like an unsolved mystery. It's always like in some town you've never heard of in the Midwest. Like someone broke into their house and killed them. So I think like in the rural areas, I guess suburbs aren't rural, but like in rural areas you get like more heinous crime. I don't know. I don't want to go down this road, but we don't get more deliveries until frickin' Tuesday, man. This is nuts. We gotta go to the store again tomorrow. Real risk in the suburbs is death of the spirit. I'm like, you can hate me if you want. I live in the city. I like the city. My ass is getting kind of wistful for the suburbs. I think you can still maintain a fulfilling life in the suburbs just because, like, you know, there's no sushi restaurant within 20 minutes of you. That doesn't mean, like, your soul has to die. It was different before we had a kid because we could take advantage of the amenities in a city a little bit more easily. But nowadays, I don't have the time to do, like, cool cultural stuff anyway. And we have to eat at restaurants that have high chairs and ample space and parking. So I'm like, honestly, I think that pretty much means, like, the suburbs is... maybe watch some movies. Yeah, there's some trade-offs. It would be weird to, like, go for a long walk and there be nothing but houses, though. Like, that seems crazy to me. You know your kid will grow up? I mean, like, I don't have to make it like this. There's positives for a child about not being in the city proper in Vancouver as well. Like, there's some stuff that we see on, like, at least a weekly basis that, like, I don't know how a 5-year-old reconciles that. You never lived in the suburbs? No, I spent, like, my whole teenage years in the suburbs. And I don't know. People are like, it killed my spirit. It was totally fine for me. It shows. I've lived in Vancouver for like 12 years. What do you want? I've seen the upper crust and I've seen the patina on the cast iron pan. I hated living in the suburbs for every minute. Why? I'm not like I see the suburbs being bad from the perspective of like having to own a car to then drive almost anywhere is pretty bad. But like the other thing is if we move to the suburbs, it would probably be the suburbs of Vancouver anyway. So you could still walk within like 10 minutes to probably like 17 different grocery stores. Countryside? No, that's not for me. Suburbs, people are horrible. Car-centric design crushes you. I don't know. Maybe I'm just built different. Maybe I'm God's strongest soldier. Doesn't really bother me that much. When I'm in this, I mean, I live in a very walkable city. Hang on, what am I doing today? I don't have enough money to get. I gotta go to the bank and take out a loan. Hang on, give me a sec here. Is your kid gonna hang out at grocery stores all day when she gets older? No, I'll drive her ass to her friend's house. I'll sit out here for 3 hours till the damn bank opens. Okay, give me a loan for $30,000, please. Larry? Larry, you know I'm good for it. I need 30 grand. You know what? Honestly, I think I need 35 grand. We can definitely help you with that. Bro, I'm coming up. Can you imagine? He didn't even ask what for. I literally went to the bank and said, give me $35,000. And he said, we'll have it in your account in like the next 5 minutes. People in the suburbs get politely asked for change and they make a Facebook post telling all their friends, bro, I live in the city. I'm catching so many strays. My ass is dealing with shit that like 90% of chat is not dealing with on a daily basis. I'm dodging, like human turds, and I'm happy to do it. I'm seeing like, open drug use, and I'm crossing the street when somebody that looks insane is carrying like a steel rod down the street and smashing it into the sidewalk every time they take a step. People are like, they're angry at me, like they're doing headcanon that I'm like the guy who invented suburbs. Hang on. I live in San Francisco. I feel you, brother. Okay, you can insult me. Nobody else, though. Okay, place me here. Docket. I hear you. Okay. Are we doing London? I haven't checked the Discord momentarily or recently. I would like to do London. Sorry, I should make my intention known. I don't know how many +1s we got though, or how many RSVPs. Squeeze me though. Also, I hate to say this because, again, I have a chip on my shoulder. When you pay big city prices to live in the city, you want to think that it's like better in every way. Maybe it's just like the novelty factor. But when I'm in like smaller town Washington State, going to stores with my in-laws, I'm like, actually, I can't believe I'm saying this. People are just nicer. They got smiles on their face. They're saying after you, after you. You almost feel like you're in this together. People are letting traffic through a little bit more than they do in the big city. Everyone just like it's just a slower pace. Whereas in the city, like people honk at your ass for stopping at a red light and not turning right immediately, running over pedestrians. Like it's everybody's in such a rush. Like I think they're more stressed out. I'm not saying they're worse people, but I think the lifestyle makes you a little bit more stressed out. So like whenever you're always late for stuff because there's always traffic because there's a lot of people because everybody's also late for stuff. And then like, one person makes you 15 seconds late because they don't want to run over a pedestrian and you're like, ah! Meanwhile, your ass is just chilling in Mount Vernon. You're going to the Tulip Festival. It's a two-way stop. Someone's been waiting there for 30 seconds. You drive up very slowly, and they go after you. And you go, you know what, sir? You've been waiting after you. And they give you like a salute, and they say, thank you, young man. And that man was me. Also, I don't listen, this is not that relevant to my life, but Vancouver has like so many beautiful people in it. Everybody, there's like people trying to get into modeling, people trying to get into acting, like Olympic athletes. People, they take care of themselves. They ski, they swim, they jog, they run triathlons. I'm like a Vancouver 4, right? My ass is walking around Mount Vernon. I'm like, I could own this place in 6 months. I'm like a Vancouver 4. I'm like I don't want to, I don't get too high on my own supply too much. I would say I'm like a Mount Vernon 8. Like people would be turning their heads when I walk down the street a little bit. That's all I'm going to say, okay? The humblest streamer of all time. Yeah, Jerma's a Mount Vernon 9. Chibli with the face app filter, he's like a Mount Vernon 11. I like Mount Vernon. You can post this to Mount Vernon. I got nothing against Mount Vernon. They got a nice co-op grocery store that makes smoothies. I don't know if this is every small town in the Pacific Northwest, but the main street has 30 businesses and 9 of them are breweries and brew pubs. I don't know what that says about society. It seems like a pleasant place to be. That is all small towns in the Pacific Northwest, though. Okay. The East Coast, too? Yeah, craft beer really, like, took off, huh? Isn't Vancouver kind of a small town? Well, like, compared to, like, Jakarta, I suppose. But Mount Vernon, I think, literally has, like, 15,000 people that live there. It's pretty tiny. Oh, you know what? I don't know. You're right. I don't know if I turned my speakers on. It is on. Jakarta mentioned. Vancouver's number 69 on a top 100 cities tier list. Let's And I hope you're not allergic because it's going to be dairy. You know what would be a very Chadly move right here? What if we went to the bank tomorrow and just paid back our loan? Docket? Chibli, are we... Are we doing London? I want to do London. I didn't know how many RSVPs we got, but I've left a 2-hour space open for London. Okay, that building legitimately came out of nowhere. How am I supposed... It's an invisible building? But people keep coming in my chat saying docket and then not answering my question. And Apollo... Oh, no, he was just typing. Okay, I take it back. Why are you such a big fan of Brexit? I'm being gaslit here, okay? I didn't vote for Ken Sim, okay? A lot of people are saying I voted for Ken Sim. I did not vote for Ken Sim. I voted for Roller Girl. Zoop, zoop. Wait, why am I even going back here? Oh, because it's the end of the day. I gotta go to sleep. Maybe watch some TV first. I don't know anything about British politics. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not being cagey. British politics is like an action movie. Like, it moves too fast. I live in a country where historically, we change the prime minister like once every 10 years. The fact that, you know, the UK, they change it every 10 minutes, it's like... it's too fast for me. They do be roasting each other. I do miss Canadian politics. Used to be like more British than American. It used to be like they'd stand up in Parliament and like do up the button on their suit, and then they'd be like, "What my is like." They would respectfully diss you. What my esteemed colleague would have said if their head wasn't full of Quebec-made Oka cheese is, and now like everyone would go, "Oh, sneak this in on CPAC, right?" Which is like our C-SPAN. Nowadays, they get up and say, many people are saying Meatball Ron has some of the best ideas that have ever, like, we went, unfortunately, just a little bit, I think we picked the wrong bedfellow in terms of political entertainment, but there is still heckling, though. Meatball Ron, listen, I'm not saying you gotta hand it to him, but Meatball Ron is really funny. You see the clip of him saying, he came to me, and he was with tears in his eyes, he said, "I need your help, I need your endorsement." I said, even if you got the endorsement of George Washington and the late, great Abraham Lincoln, I still don't think you could win. Anyway, that's, sorry. He's a comedy legend. I hate to say it. World's greatest bully. I did see the story. I don't know how I got the story, but it got fed to me that apparently Ron DeSantis is notorious for eating chocolate pudding with his fingers, which is fucking just psychotic. I just can't even imagine why you would ever do. I don't know if that's true. Like, I'm rife for misinformation. Like, I'm primed for misinformation on that because I want to believe it. But if it's been validated by Snopes or something, then I'm like, he said he only did it once. All right. Well, like, if I was insanely hungry and I only had chocolate pudding and no spoon, then maybe I would do it, okay? I probably wouldn't. I would try to like squeeze the cup into my mouth instead, but okay. Let's save and exit to desktop. It's perfect. Okay, slash marker. End of big ambitions. That was fun. That was nice. Let's play London 2012, the official video game. I'm gonna 7 minutes. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, run some ads, and eat some Costco Kirkland Signature steak strips. See you in a couple minutes. I ate the steak strips too fast. And now I got the hiccups. Hang on. Oh no, I have my controller plugged in to the switch, which means when I plug it into my computer, it's gonna my camera's gonna freeze. Hang on, I can do this. I can do this. It's probably not going to blue screen. Somebody set us up the mom. Hello? Can you still hear me? Yes. Okay. My camera is frozen. We go properties, deactivate, activate. Properties, deactivate, activate. My camera is now gone. Here, let me take a steak strip. Might have to restart OBS. Give me 2 minutes on this one. I'll be right back.